Courage in times of uncertainty, trusting God when you can't see the way forward. Have you ever stood at a crossroads in life, wondering which path to take? Perhaps you're waiting for the results of a medical test. Maybe you've lost a job, started a new chapter, faced an unexpected setback, or found yourself asking questions that seem to have no easy answers. Uncertainty has a way of unsettling the human heart. When we don't know what tomorrow holds, fear often begins to whisper. What if things don't work out? What if I fail? What if I'm not strong enough? These thoughts are familiar to all of us, yet throughout the Bible, we discover an extraordinary truth: courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to trust God. Even when the future is unknown, one of the greatest examples of this kind of courage is found in the life of Joshua. After the death of Moses, Joshua was given an overwhelming responsibility. He was chosen to lead the people of Israel into the promised land. Imagine the pressure he must have felt. Moses had been one of the greatest leaders in history. Now Joshua was expected to continue that mission. The people were looking to him for direction. The future was uncertain. Enemies stood ahead. Challenges surrounded him. If anyone had reason to feel afraid, it was Joshua. Before Joshua took his first step, God spoke words that have encouraged countless generations. Be strong and do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Notice what God did not say. He did not promise that every road would be easy. He did not promise there would be no battles. He did not remove every obstacle from Joshua's path. Instead, he made a greater promise: I will be with you. That promise became Joshua's source of courage, because when God is with us, we never face uncertainty alone. The same truth appears throughout the Bible. When Noah built the ark, there was no sign of rain. When Abraham left his homeland, he didn't know where the journey would end. When Esther chose to stand before the king, she risked everything to protect her people. Each of them stepped into the unknown. Each of them faced uncertainty, but they trusted God more than they trusted their fears. Their courage wasn't rooted in knowing every answer. It was rooted in believing God's promises. Life today is not so different. Many of our greatest challenges begin with uncertainty. A young graduate wonders what career to choose. Parents pray over the future of their children. A family waits for healing. Someone starts over after losing everything. Another person quietly battles anxiety while smiling on the outside. We often wish God would reveal every detail of our future, but instead, He usually gives us enough light for the next step. Think about walking through a dark forest at night with a lantern. The lantern doesn't illuminate the entire journey. It simply reveals the next few steps. Yet those few steps are enough to keep moving forward. Faith works in much the same way. God doesn't always show us the whole path. He lovingly guides us one step at a time, one prayer, one act of obedience, one trusting day Him, one decision to keep moving forward even when we cannot see the destination. The disciples experienced this lesson many times. One evening, while crossing the Sea of Galilee, a violent storm arose. Powerful winds shook the boat. Waves crashed over the sides. Experienced fishermen feared for their lives. Meanwhile, Jesus was asleep. In their panic, they cried out to Him. Jesus stood, spoke to the wind and the waves. Suddenly, the sea became calm. That miracle reminds us of something important. Sometimes God calms the storm around us. Other times, He calms the fear within us. Either way, His presence brings peace. Perhaps today, your uncertainty is invisible to everyone else. Maybe it's an unanswered prayer, a difficult decision, a financial burden, a broken relationship, or a future that feels impossible to predict. If so, remember this: God already stands in the tomorrow you cannot yet see. Nothing surprises Him. Nothing is beyond His wisdom. Nothing is too difficult for His Power. The road ahead may look uncertain to you, but it is completely known to Him. That truth changes everything. It allows us to replace worry with prayer, fear with faith, panic with peace. Not because we know what tomorrow holds, but because we know the one who holds tomorrow. This doesn't mean we'll never feel afraid. Even the greatest heroes of faith experienced moments of weakness, but they discovered that courage grows every time we choose to trust God instead of our fears. Every small step of faith becomes another reminder that God is faithful. Every answered prayer strengthens our confidence. Every difficult season becomes another testimony of His goodness. So whatever uncertainty you are facing today, don't allow fear to make your decisions. Instead, let faith guide your next step. Pray sincerely. Read God's word. Faithfully seek wise counsel. Remain patient and trust that God is working even when you cannot yet see the outcome. Remember this timeless truth. Courage is not believing that life will always be easy. Courage is believing that God will always be faithful. No matter what tomorrow brings, the same God who strengthened Joshua, who guided Noah through the flood, who protected Esther in the palace, and who calmed the storm on the sea of Galilee, is the same God walking beside you today. He is not changed. His promises remain true. His love never fails, and His presence is greater than every uncertainty you will ever face. So lift your eyes beyond your fears. Take the next step. In faith. Hold firmly to God's promises and move forward with confidence, knowing that when God leads your path, you never walk it alone, because the future is never uncertain in the hands of a faithful God, and the one who has carried His people through every generation is more than able to carry you through whatever lies ahead. We place our future into your loving hands, believing that you are working all things together for good. If this message encouraged you today, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future messages of hope, faith, and biblical encouragement. Please share this video with your family and friends. Someone you know may be facing uncertainty right now, and this message could be the reminder they need that God is still in control. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us what Bible story or a Christian topic you'd like us to cover in our next video. Your suggestions help us create content that inspires people around the world to grow closer to God. Thank you for watching. May God bless you, protect you, and fill your heart with His perfect peace. We'll see you in the next video.